For the month of July, I sold 56 items for $3,824.85, which comes out to be an average gross sale of $68.30. What's going on, guys? My name is Daniel. I'm an online reseller on eBay, new to the game. I've been doing it for 8 months now, and I'm just going over the sales that I did on July. It was my biggest month of the year so far of my journey. I'm going to have different chapters put throughout this video of different sales and also the numbers breakdown at the end of the video. So if you want to skip through, feel free to and just go see the numbers. But I'm going to break down through every single item that I sold, and I think it's really important that I do that because I had a lot of items that were $5 to $20 sales and one item that was a $1,000 sale. So that really added a big proportion in terms of my average sale price, and that's what brought it up a lot. But there were a few good big sales as well that was in the month. So let's just get straight into it. The first item that I sold was the National Geographic Pictures card game. I picked that up out of the hard rubbish, and that was in the video quite a long time ago. I sold that for $12 plus $12.20 shipping, and I have nothing into it, and it cost me about $2.20 to ship out. The next item that I sold, I picked this up from an op shop a very long time ago. I picked it up with a few other different Garfield plushes. It's the Garfield 1978-1981 plush toy. I paid $3 for this, and it sold for $15 plus $14.55 shipping. The third sale of the month was the heat fan and light switch that I found in the hard rubbish, and I sold that for $11 plus $8.95 shipping, and I have nothing into it, like I said. It shipped out for $2.20. The next sale that I got, it was the fourth sale of the month, and I picked this up from Salvos a long time ago for $5, and it's a Levi's belt buckle with the belt as well. It ended up selling for $35 plus $12.20 shipping, which is pretty good, I reckon. Not a bad ROI there. The next sale is just a bunch of Hot Wheels cars. I picked these up from my local Big W. I kind of just have gone on, I went on a crazy rampage of buying Hot Wheels cars when I first started getting into reselling for some weird reason, because there was good money in them. So yeah, and I did, and I haven't sold that many, or I haven't listed barely any, so I need to get listing to them. But I've kind of just bought them for personal use and just to collect them, really, have them on display. I basically got rid of the doubles and stuff that I had as well. So these were just a lot of doubles that I had. It was the Hot Wheels Night Shifter and the Volvo Estate 850, as well as the rare Gumball Ford Escort thing. It's not quite rare, but that all sold together for $12.50 plus $12.20 shipping, and I had $5.40 invested into that. So not bad, I suppose. A little bit of an ROI, not the best. So do not buy Hot Wheels cars unless you're getting treasure hunts. That is all I've got to say. If you find the treasure hunts, grab them. The next thing I also sold that you guys have probably already seen is the Nintendo Wii U game. I picked this up for $2 at the op shop, and I sold it for $24.95 plus $8.95 shipping, and it costed me $2.20 to ship out. I make a good net profit on that of about $20. These were all for the $5 thrift challenge, so I'm going to kind of run through these quick because you've already probably seen them. The next sale of the month was the Hot Wheels 1973 Hightail Hauler. That cost me $1, and I sold that for $9 plus $12.20 shipping. The shipping cost me $2.20, and I should make a good net profit on that of about $10 or $15. I also sold the Donne Pro wooden racket. I picked it up for $5 at an op shop, and I sold this for $80 plus $21 shipping, and the shipping cost me $12.20 to post out. I also sold the Bop It XT version for $16 plus $15.35 shipping, and that cost me nothing. I found it in the hard rubbish, so that was a good pickup. I also sold a book called The Sticky Cheeseman. Funny enough, it's the weirdest book, wackiest book. Sold to some guy in Tassie. Ended up doing local pickup somehow, and then he sent money over via PayPal, and I still have to get it fixed with eBay, so that's a bit of a bummer. I still should make a good net profit of about $5 to $10 on that. The next sale I had was the Dragon Ball Z beanie that I picked up from the op shop for $1, and I sold it for $10 plus $8.95 shipping. Shipping cost me $2.20. Sonic Generations Xbox 360. I picked this up from a garage sale a long time ago. I have 70 cents into this, and it sold for $30 plus $8.95 shipping. So great ROI there. I also sold a personal Lego Batman game that I had as a kid for the PS2. That sold for $5 local pickup. The guy was a real pain in the ass. He left me negative feedback, and he's just been a real dodgy bloke because I didn't reply back to his message the same day. So he got really pissed off because I had work that night, and then fucking couldn't be replying at night, so I replied the next day, and he was pissed off. Sometimes it happens, and you just got to learn from your mistakes and reply the same day. That's basically it. You guys have probably also seen this. I sold the Dolce & Gabbana glasses that I picked up for $3.75 from the op shop. I sold them for $137.80 plus $12.20 shipping. That cost me about $8.95 to ship out. The next thing that I sold was the Cars 3 die-cast Cars set of 4. I had $32 invested into this, and it sold for $50 plus $12.20 shipping, and it cost me $8.95 to ship out. And I got this from Big W. It wasn't necessarily worth doing because I only made $8 to $10 net profit on it, but it sold, so at least it's gone. I also found this Pioneer manual in the hard rubbish a long time ago, and it finally sold after a few months. Sold for $3 plus $10.10 postage, so I should make about $5 on that or so. The next thing that sold was this Bandai Digimon Tamagotchi from 1997. I found this at a garage sale, and I have about $1.60 into this, and I bought it with a whole bunch of other stuff that has already made me my money back and profit. So this deal was amazing. It sold for $320 plus $35 postage, and it went to someone in Singapore. So that's pretty cool. And then the next thing that I sold was the vintage Bandai GoBots Snoop Black Jet plane. I found this in the tray of Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars, and I have $1 into that. I sold it for $31 plus $36.90 postage, and it cost me $21 to ship out. The next thing I sold was the Rowan Atkinson VHS tape that I found at a garage sale. It was dog shit. Virtually not worth buying. I'm lucky I have 50 cents to $1 into it. It sold for $3 and $8.95 postage, and I should make maybe 50 cents on it if I'm lucky. So it wasn't worth listing or anything, not worth my time whatsoever. Do not fucking resell Rowan Atkinson live VHS tape. If you see it, ignore it, it's dog shit. Next thing is a lot of vintage Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars that I found in the op shop, and I also found a whole bunch of other ones in the hard rubbish that I had been piling up. So I put them in a lot, and I sold a lot of them for $40 plus $15.35 postage, and I have about $4 to $8 or so into that, so it was a good ROI, maybe $20 to $30. The next thing you guys have probably already seen is the Lacoste unisex sunglasses. I found at the op shop. I paid 50 cents for these. They sold for $30 plus $12.20 postage, and it cost me $8.95 to ship them out. The next thing was a personal sale as well. I sold this for my dad, and it was a Kinetic white hand spray ABS wall mount. That was dad's, so I mean that money goes to him. But it sold for $24.95 plus $15.35 shipping. I also sold this brand new sealed scrapbook for $12 plus $15.35 postage, and it cost me $3 at the op shop, so I made a few bucks on it, but not much. It wasn't the best pickup. This was probably one of the good home runs of the sales that I got this month. I picked these vintage Turn My Eyes Away of the Vietnam War, the children of the Vietnam War, just some books on that. There was a lot of 5 of them, 4 brand new sealed and 1 used. I have $2.50 invested into them, and I sold a lot of them for $99.99 plus $18.50 postage. The next thing I also sold was a Star Wars Darth Vader homemade little mug thing. It's like a 4ml cup, and it was cheap, so I sold it for $4 plus $12.20 postage to a lady who also picked up another 2 more things from me that was Star Wars related. She picked up the 20th anniversary ball, and she picked up the Darth Vader Commonwealth Bank, and that all cost me 83 cents per item. I'll make a good net profit on all of that together. The next thing that I found was at the same sale as the Tamagotchi, and it was this Pokemon Nintendo Tommy toy from 1997 with these little figurines of Pikachu and something else. I don't know what the other one is. That sold for $15 plus $12.20 postage, and I have $1.56 into it. The next thing I also sold was a personal game, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith on PS2. I played the shit out of that game when I was a kid, and yeah, I shouldn't have sold it, but oh well, I sold it. Anyway, I got $9 plus $8.95 postage for that, and my total net profit on that is $13. That's a personal item that I get to keep the money that I make from that because I actually played that and used that. The next thing I also sold was AFL Superstars 2003 collectible album with cards. It wasn't complete, and I have $7.50 into this, and it sold for $11 plus $12.20 postage. So I do not make any money on this whatsoever. I probably make 10 cents, if that. That was an example of a bad buy as well. I bought an entire lot of AFL stuff. Have made my money back. It hasn't been the greatest buy because it's made my money back slowly. It wasn't necessarily a quicker flip, which is what I'm trying to find now. Anyway, I also sold batteries not included on the VHS for $5 plus $8.95 postage. I'm lucky I have 35 cents into this because I wouldn't have made much money otherwise. The next thing I sold was the Vans casual shoes with like this leather bit on the back of it. They were a really nice pair of Vans. I sold them for $20 plus $15.35 postage. It cost me $12.20 to ship out, and I had $2 invested into these. So pretty much 10x my money. The next thing I sold was Star Wars The Phantom Menace and Return of the Jedi on VHS. I have 71 cents invested into this, and it sold for $9.99 plus $29.80 postage, and it cost me $18.20 to ship out. So I make a little bit extra on the postage. That's because it went to New Zealand and it was done through global shipping. Next thing I sold was these Philips stereo headphones. Picked them up at a garage sale for $5. They weren't worth picking up, and I sold them for $16 plus $12.20 shipping. They took probably a good 4 months, 5 months to sell. I wouldn't recommend buying them if you see them. The next thing that I sold was actually a return, but I'm going to show you guys anyway because I'm going to show you the good with the bad. So here we go. It's these AFL Tops chips right here. The buyer returned them because it wasn't as described, and it wasn't completed to what I thought it was, and it was different years and shit. So yeah, it was my bad. I just refunded him, let him get his money back, and on the condition that he was to ship the item back to me and pay for it. But he didn't agree to those terms. eBay ended up just biting the cost of this and paying the postage on their side, which is a blessing by them. Cannot thank them enough, really, for that. It saved me and the buyer from having to fork out more money on something that we didn't want to fork out money on. So I took a loss of maybe $3 to $5 on that, but I have relisted all of that since, and I still haven't sold any of it. Now, for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the biggest sale of this video, or this month. The biggest sale of this month is the Mark Davis signed jersey that I found in the hard rubbish, and I sold it on eBay for $1,000 or $999.99 plus $12.20 postage. I make a net profit of about $850, and then after taxes I should make probably, I don't know, $650 or so. So that's an awesome score out of the hard rubbish for free. and I'm super happy with it. The next thing that I sold was the Samsung GTI 900T with a cord and adapter, and that sold for $40 plus $8.95 postage, and it cost me, I believe, $3 or so to ship out. And that was out of the hard rubbish as well, so I have nothing into that. The next thing that I sold was from the Nintendo bulk deal that I did a while back, and I'm in profit now on that deal. This thing that sold was the Nintendo 64 console with a few games and the manual, and that sold for $250 plus roughly $20 or so postage. That's all profits, so I have to pay tax on all of that. The next thing that I sold was this Winning Spirit Channel 10 polo that I found in the hard rubbish, and I sold it for $20 plus $12.20 postage on eBay, and that makes me a good net profit for free basically, so let's go. The next thing that I also sold I found in the same pile as that jersey. It was this ProTab portable DVD player, and it worked, and I bundled it with a Saw 3 DVD that I found in the hard rubbish a long time ago, and both of those things put together added a bit more value to it together, and with a charger cord it was good to go, and I sold it for $38.50 plus $18.50 postage. The next thing that I sold was this Franklin RTP Youth Girls Baseball Mitt, and I found it in the hard rubbish, and I sold it for $12 plus $15.35 postage. The next thing I also sold was this Ralph Lauren Blake long sleeve button up. I paid $5 for it, and I sold it for $25 plus $12.20 postage. The next thing that I sold was a pair of country road pants that I found in the hard rubbish. I sold them for $14.95 local pickup, and the guy came and picked them up the following weekend, I think, and that was just money in my pocket pretty much. The next thing I also sold was these Levi's bold curve skinny jeans. I paid $3.50 for them, and they sold for $29.95 local pickup, so no postage, which is still okay. A good $20 to $25 profit. The next thing I sold were these two old watches, vintage Romano watch, 18 karat gold electric plated, and a 15 jewel Latour watch, and they both sold together for $35 plus $8.95 post. I also sold this embroidered Adidas snapback that I found in a garage sale ages and ages ago. It was one of the first things I bought. Paid $1 for it, and it finally sold for $9.99 plus postage. The next thing I sold was this Selco vintage stapler. I found it in the hard rubbish as well, and I sold that for $20 plus $8.95 shipping. The next thing was this jacket that someone bought and paid for, and then I notified them about it being a certain colour, and they weren't happy with it, so I gave them their money back and they didn't buy it. And so it was basically a return, but I never ended up shipping it out, so that's a good benefit of the doubt. The next thing I sold were these 3 books here, just some little tiny books, nothing serious, $5 plus $12.20 postage, and I found them in the hard rubbish, so I have nothing into them. The next thing was this Sanyo radio alarm clock. It was my own clock as a kid. It was just sitting in a bag. Finally decided to get rid of it. Was going to donate it, then I listed it on eBay and it sold for $5 plus postage. The next thing I sold were these Marlboro matches and Cool matches. I found these at the same garage sale. I found the Bandai Digimon Tamagotchi and that Pokemon toy. I picked these up thinking it might be worth my time. It really wasn't. It sold for $6 plus $8.95 shipping. The shipping cost me $2.20 however, so I make a bit of money on the shipping. The next thing I sold was this AFL Select 2016 Jack Gunston Brownlow Predictor card. I found this in the AFL booklet that I found a while back. I took this out of that booklet and I sold it for $13 plus $8.95 postage, and it cost me $2.20 to ship out, so I made about $15 profit on that. The next thing I found and sold, you guys have probably seen this one as well. It was this James Bond Moonraker VHS clamshell tape, and I found it for $1 at Salvos, and I sold it for $49.99 plus $8.95 shipping. The next thing I sold was this EFM wireless charger pad. I found this at a garage sale. It was the very first garage sale I went to, and it's finally sold for $19.99 plus $8.95 post, and I paid $1.55 for it. The next thing I also sold were these Adidas Spring Blade shoes. I found these in the hard rubbish. sitting on the side of the road. They needed a really good clean because they had grass all in them and crap. But I cleaned them up. I sold them for $50 plus $18.50 postage, and it cost me $15.35 to ship out. The next thing I sold was this Quicksilver jacket. I found it in the hard rubbish. I sold it on an offer for $35 plus $18.50 postage. I also sold this Supreme hat, and I got it for free out of a cardboard box that has hats in it labelled for free at the op shop, and I knew it was fake when I got home, and I was like, well, we'll see how we go, maybe someone will buy it. I listed it as bootleg, as fake, and put it on auction, and someone ended up bidding it up, and it sold to someone for $41 plus $15.35 postage. So for free, I mean, $30-40, like, it's pretty good. It's not bad. The next thing I found was this Woodstock Experience Santana CD plus a poster. I found it at a garage sale, or more like my dad found it and gave it to me and said, here, maybe this is worth something. And sure enough, it was worth some good money. I paid $1 for this, and it sold on eBay for $40 plus $8.95 shipping. Next thing I sold on eBay was the Saturday Book 19 Hutchinson, and I found this in the hard rubbish. I sold it for $9.99 plus $12.20 shipping. Don't worry guys, we're up to the last few items, so bear with me, I know it's been a long one. The next thing was this ANZ manual card imprinter that I found in the hard rubbish. I sold this for $15 plus $15.35 postage. The next thing I found in the hard rubbish was this Dick Smith high definition digital set-top box. I sold it for $5 plus $15.35 postage. The next thing that I sold was this Majorette Ford Sierra plus Caravan combo. Picked this up for 50 cents at a garage sale, and I sold this for $17.50 plus $8.95 postage. The next thing I also sold was this Technique of watercolor painting book. I sold it on eBay for $14.99 plus $15.35 shipping. The next thing I also sold was this Our Design fragrance. Put like an oil on top of it, and it just evaporates it, and it spreads this nice essence in the room. I picked this up for $3.50 I believe, and I sold it for $20 plus postage. The next thing I also sold, this is the very last thing I sold, were these two Rubik's Cubes that I found in the hard rubbish. I couldn't be bothered to do them, so I sold them as is for $12.50 plus $12.20 postage. Now the next thing I'll show you guys is the Facebook sales that I got. So I had 4 sales on Facebook. I sold this PGF golf club set for $20. I found for free in the hard rubbish. Found this Malvern Star BMX bike for free as well, and I sold it for $25. And then I also found this Dimplex air conditioner as well. It was in the hard rubbish, and it had a sticker of $500+ retail, so I sold it for $50. And then the last but not least Facebook sale was the Looney Tunes and Goofy Movie VHS tapes. I found these a while ago at Salvo's, and I paid $1 each for them, and they sold for $20 cash. To break down the numbers for you guys, here we go. So I sold a total amount of items of 56, and the gross sales was $3,824.85. My eBay fees from that was $429.65. My total PayPal fees, not including the returns, is $123.84. My total postage cost, not including the return, was $555.60. The total bulk deal net profit that I have to pay tax on is $221.70. The total personal items that I sold for my net profit that I get to take home and not pay tax on is $42.65. After minusing all of those expenses, that leaves me with a total net profit of $2,673.11, but that doesn't include the returns. After paying 30% tax on that, I'm left with $1,871.17. That gives me an average net profit of $33.41 per item. So that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and drop your thoughts down below. And until next time, guys, stay humble, stay hustling, peace.
Never let them tell you you can't do it. Hard times, but you're gonna get through it. I promise you, cause I've been there. Got up and I put my mind to it. They told me no, but I told them yes. And I used to feel all alone, so depressed, but I fought back, now I smile again. If I ever fail, I'ma just try again.